Right, on to turn 3. And I gotta remember, I've got this containment, which allows me to re-roll influence rolls. I don't remember which ones are anytime and which ones are, like one of them's anytime. Okay, this is only during US activity, so the intelligence ones, I guess, are the anytime ones. Let me make sure. Any one die, yeah. Okay. And we flip the first card and see what happens. Okay, because it's cycled. Okay. Both players may remove a destruction marker in an aligned country, and the USA must remove an occupied marker from that country. So starting with the Soviets, and the Soviets can replace reparations markers with investments. I, unfortunately, have eaten all those up. Okay. So what are we looking for? A destruction in an aligned country. The Soviets have only this one left. And, you know, yes, there's a civil war going on. Well, why don't we grab that? Now, the Civil War prevents us from getting our victory point on it. And this is turn 3, so the card goes away. And I can put it on top of the deck because this is the first card out of this deck. More money. More money, more money. What do we do? I gotta think whenever I draw money cards, and because I'm at the beginning of a turn, I gotta think about spies, I gotta think about all kinds of things. Let's open up with spies. I'm gonna fire this spy off and try to get rid of that tech thieving. That's secure secret. It's gone. Okay. I mean, we could hunt the Russian spies, but getting the secret out of the way seems to be more valuable. Ooh, there's a spy we didn't flip over. Okay. Now, money, and we have this influence roll thing. To me, that means we want to do an influence roll. We can do up to 2 of them. That might not be a bad idea because we may succeed in some and fail in others. So where are we going to pick our influence rolls? Let's do one in Greece, and I don't know if we have to pick them both ahead of time. This was a question that came up before, and I want to be able to understand this. So, somewhere under the, was it the investment that it says you have to do all of them in order? I don't know. I'm not able to find that. Under investment, I'm not able to find it. Certainly not an influence. You can do them in any order you choose. I mean, that sounds like you should have a fair amount of flexibility in doing this. The problem is, I do remember someplace where, and I thought it was influence, where it said you had to choose your order. Like you had to choose them before you rolled for any of them or something like that. Maybe it was in the influence special actions. Or, you know, maybe I'm imagining things, right? The investment special actions. Okay, here it is. All available investment must be placed before any die rolls are made. That's the key. That's the one special case, I guess. If you're going to do investments, you have to place them all before you make any rolls for any of them. Which means you can't, you know, keep feeding into the same issue. But you can do it with influence markers. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 influences. I'm going to do first the India one. Now that's 1 die. I get +2 for investments and +1 for color. So that's +3. We succeed. That kills 1 investment. Gets me one of these. And gets me a level. Okay. And then the second, I'm sorry, influence. The second influence, I mean, we could just like throw it into Greece, and that would prevent us from tying up with the Russians. What did we, oh, because we're trying to use our containment capability. Yeah, let's do it in Greece. And this is again a +3. That gets me an 8. That succeeds. That only gets rid of the Soviet influence. All right, another one. Popular unrest. We've seen this before. 2. Both sides must remove that much investment from the map. Presumably of their own. I'm not sure. I mean, it's must. So maybe it could go either way. So this is called popular unrest. There it is. Both sides must place unrest. Yeah, that doesn't help. It doesn't give that example. The wording of this, I'm, again, assuming it's their own investments. Both sides must remove that much. I rolled a 2. I'm going to guess that's 2. So Soviets first? Yeah. Soviets have to remove that much, too, investment from the map. Where do we want to remove? Well, I hate to do this because we need those bonuses. I don't have a lot. Let's remove 1 from there, and Turkey seems more important than Finland, so I'll remove 1 from Finland. And now that means 2 off for the US. Libya looks totally useless. And do we have another one? We'll get rid of Iran. Well, see, no, these are actually kind of nice. But taking away from 1-point areas isn't so bad. Yeah. I mean, I don't know which direction to go in, so this is maybe less important, but I don't want to give that up. Yeah, let's give up Libya and Iran, I guess. That cycles. Another card. Ruski money. Okay, this is the first chance the Russians have to play with their spies. Let's look for tech. I don't see any. I could shoot spies. That might be effective, especially against spies that haven't been used yet. I'm unlikely to get a tech theft, am I? I don't know. It's quite possible. I definitely don't want to do that one. I don't know. I can hold off a little bit. Suppressing unrest is always useful, but I don't have to do it yet. What do I want to do? The mad rolls are not as good. They've got a 50-50 chance of stopping us. That means maybe I'm not as interested in fighting. You know what? Chicken butt. I got to do that. No problem. All right, now back to the spies concept. Shoot or don't shoot? Going to shoot. All right, we'll shoot here. And that's going to be counterintelligence, 2 dice. There's unrest, but that doesn't help me. Nope. And we're going to do here. We got him. Alright, that's a good point to stop. Something went wrong with my camera, but I flipped this over already. It's a US money. It's funny because I actually peeked and prepared, and then my camera failed to record. And that means I probably want to do something to try to re-roll an influence roll, and I can only do this on my own actions if I recall correctly. So I don't have to pick my influences ahead of time. I don't know if I want to go for a victory or try to do something trickier with my influence roll. I think I'll go for the point, even if it fucks with the victory chart thing. So I'll take an influence check in Greece, I guess, right? I don't know. Bangladesh. Greece is more at risk. So I got an investment. It's my own color. It's +2. That's the best I can get. I get a 7. That's a success. Gets me a cube. Gets me a marker. Now I take my next one. This goes away. Gotta remember. I'll do the next one over in Bangladesh. To try to change the government back in Pakistan. That might be worth it. That doesn't succeed. Now I take my advantage with containment and roll again, and that doesn't succeed either. That doesn't kill my investment. Spies. I didn't think to look. Sure. I'll keep blinking. Keep blinking, huh? That's what it sounded like. All right. Soviet money. Not a lot of choices here. That's gone, and I need to relight. Whatever happened with my camera, it wants me to set the date time. And I don't want to fiddle with that. This happens every now and then. I don't know what I use the date time for ever. I guess timestamps when I transfer files or whatever, but it kind of doesn't matter. And so anyway, I just set it to whatever, and it's like in 2011, you know. More US money. All right, we used up our counters, so now life is trickier. It's not as easy to decide what the hell I'm going to do. I like the 3 investment thing, but do I want to do that? I don't know. Oh, it's so fucking hard to make up my mind on anything. Well, what the hell? There should be a coup there. I don't know when that happened. That happened a long time ago. Well, we noticed it now. Remove any government counter unless it's an occupied country. There is an influence present. Roll 2 dice and resolve based on the highest die roll. Okay, I don't think there's any modifiers on this. And I don't know how long we've been there. Successful coup, remove an opposing influence, or if not present, place a friendly influence. That's going to get rid of this, which doesn't really hurt anything. Replace the current government with the coup winner's government unless it's an occupied country. It is an occupied country, so that's not an issue anyway. And we drop back down to 1 unrest. So, whatever. I don't know when this converted over. I didn't see the 3 unrest there. But yeah. Okay, now let me keep thinking about what the fuck the US wants to do. I'm going to do the, because I don't like this. the occupied removal and place an investment. I don't know where I'm going to remove one from an aligned country with your color government. If Soviet, add a reform cube. Yeah, I'm going to remove the German occupation. You know, unrest is a problem, right? Screw that, man. Where do I put my investment? I want to put it someplace decent. Someplace that I can not get investments cheaply. And Germany doesn't seem like a bad place for that, to tell you the truth, because that's a -2. I don't think, yeah, I need a 6 or more there. I don't have any bonuses that'll help me. So yeah. Spies could shoot spies, but I don't see a use yet. Oil money, only added by oil production. Well, the Russians are actually free to do something at this point. Neat. We've boosted our conventional track way up, but the nuclear balance is not equal. To me, or better, to me what that means is I would like to improve my nuclear capabilities. However, I got more important things maybe. 5-year plan needs an industry marker. If I use this for research instead, see, oil money could be used for trade, but there's an embargo, so I can't right now. So yeah, I'll play this here to supercomputer. And does that do me anything right away? Probably not. The oil money goes away. More Soviet money. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. If I want to improve this, well, I could bunker it. I could build another bomber and cancel them out. And I believe that gets rid of the bombers forever. There are other ways to do this, but I don't know where to hide them. So I'll just put them there. But that puts me in a position where this has just swung 2 spaces. The Red Army. I don't know how long this lasts for. Like, looks like it'll go there once and stay forever. No effect this time. Civil War. First Civil War. Let's roll it. 5. Soviet may add a Civil War marker to any Civil War. Can't add there. There's a limit of 3. And the world appears to be happy. The only other place I can put it in, I don't want to put it. So that'll go away. Soviet oil. +1 if the Soviet oil marker is held. It's not. I roll a 5. Increase Soviet oil production 1 box if Soviets pay $2. I think it's worth it this early in the game. I'm not sure. You know, there's a cheaper version. There's the Soviet oil production card. But now instead of a 5 or more, we're up to a production of 1 a turn. I'm probably jumping this, pushing it a little too hard. I don't know. But that'll guarantee I'm getting a card. If oil prices go up somehow, good things happen. Navy arms race. A lot of these cards, we're used to them. This is not removed because production is not 2 yet. I don't know what I'm rolling for. Did not get a naval cube. Yeah, hold on. let's do this in order. If the U.S. has naval advantage, it does still. Place a cube on any 0 or 1 worth country. Just place a cube. That's a powerful, powerful option. I don't remember that. Jeez. I mean, I could just grab Bangladesh, and get a victory point from that. But there may be better things to do. For example, well, here's one. Yeah, we gotta fight for that. We gotta fight for that. That's gonna be hard to fight for. All right. What is giving him the naval advantage there? It's the waterway, and it's that it's communist, isn't it? So, because it's not going to go away. No, it's not giving them one. Okay? What happened? I guess the Navy advantage went up, and that's what's going on. Oh, yeah, we want to ensure that that doesn't happen. The U.S. may place 1 naval tech cube on a die roll of 3 or more. All right, we'll roll this time. I think last time, I don't know, maybe I forgot. The Soviets get 1 on a 4 or more. Soviets get a bonus. That's a cube here on nuclear subs. No, we haven't gotten these. These are required to give you those. Anyway, we have atom bombs so the Russians can gain that. Okay, and the card is done. U.S. money. Oh, geez, I don't know. Reinvestments. Clear these 2. Put 1 here. The goal being to try to get that government back. It's too much of a threat. Too much of a threat. And that's it. More U.S. money. Let's keep working on that. We want to convert the government. Converting the government is a place influence. If I put an investment first, let's see. I'm not fully aligned. This sucks. I'm only going to be a +1 for each investment. That'll give me +2. So 4 or higher will work. Yeah. Okay. We converted the government back to where it belongs. And there's the effect of the invasion of Turkey. Through very little. Yeah, a few money cards. I don't know. I mean, it only took 1 money card to get there, right? All right. The other civil war, this resolves them. I'll be back in a bit. Says the government is doing well. The French and the Russians in the Ukraine. Military export. If embargoed, this card does nothing on a roll of a 1. But otherwise, it's a money card. I think. Okay. Not a 1. Does it look like? Yeah. What's nice about this one is I can use it for trade goods again. But I can't. What do I use my money for? Are we all set to invade? Did we get something? We've got the advantage. I don't know. It was fun last time, wasn't it? Go back into Turkey. This time we got the Turkey. We got Iran as well, both with blitzkriegs. I don't see anything that limits your number of blitzkriegs. Like, it feels like you can just keep attacking down the line. You can maybe conquer the world this way. Okay. I can live with that. So the limitations to continuing is enemy government or is occupy. No. Where's the limitation? I don't fucking know. Yep. Time to flip through the rule book and find it again because... Alright, let's see. The conventional may attract to use aggression. Oh, we took something. 2 embargo markers because this was a minor. Wow. The world fucking hates us. Maybe we should be, like, getting that farm trade or something. Yeah, but, you know, if we conquer a whole bunch of shit. And there's a limit. There's only one more of these, so we can just keep invading stuff, right? Okay. Let's see. Embargo markers. Okay, but the U.S. can make a remove trade action SPY, which is over here, and they'll definitely do that. 2 times 4 or plus. Both dice must roll a 4 or more. Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't have done that, because that farm trade gives like 2 counters on our farm chart, which would have been nice. Didn't we gain industry this turn? Like, that was the whole goal. This should have been marked then. Right? Or was that last turn? Jesus. I can't fucking remember what I'm doing. And this is the problem with me keeping track of a lot of stuff on charts. I think we got our industry. But maybe not. But maybe. But maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. I think I marked that and just forgot to put a cube. We'll be nice to the Soviets there, because otherwise it's going to cost me 2 more to get to silicon transistors. No chance of theft, you know. I don't know. I don't think that was the situation. I think we were there. Okay. It is really hard to keep track of all the shit that's going on when there's lots of tracks that can be modified by any individual action. So what the hell? I got another aggression here, maybe. Like, I just get to keep rolling as far as I can see. And in addition, the Blitzkrieg doesn't appear to have any effect on, like, it doesn't create more embargoes, and it doesn't appear like, it doesn't look like it would stop me from major aggressions. Not that there's one in my direction, but Greece is not a terrible place to go. What are my limitations there? Where can I attack? It must be adjacent to an aligned country with your own colored government. And has to be adjacent to Iran this time. Afghanistan would be allowable, but Afghanistan gets me into a nasty little corner. Iraq, I'm not aligned to anything there. Same problem with Iran. I'm not aligned. Yeah, Iran's not next to much that we can hit. So yeah, I guess you know, you kind of trail down. You get stuck into some things. We'll go into Afghanistan. What the hell? And at this point, we're at +2 again, and we get another Blitzkrieg. This one's more interesting. Occupation, disc, and an influence. The disc means that we didn't just put it into a coup. That means we get a point for this. And now, maybe we could invade Iran again. I don't know. Anything against that? Like, it says there's no further cost of embargo or unrest. Just choose the target. I guess there's a mad roll because that's not accepted with an E. So I couldn't attack something like Pakistan, but that's not the issue. The issue is, can we storm back into Iran? Oh, let's destroy some more factory. Let's take that victory point away because the factory's broken. I don't see anything that the target country can't be your own government type. So yeah, let's storm back into Iran. Wow. We're going to get lots of influence cubes out of this, aren't we? It's occupied, so I got to check the nuclear balance check, because it's occupied by Russian troops, but somehow they're going to call a nuclear strike on me or something. I don't know. On a 6, there's a possible. And again, okay, so we're stopped because the U.S. is like, stop picking on Iran. You've set their government to communist. We're going to nuke you if you keep hitting them, or something. I do not know. I do not know. All right, we're pausing for a while because that's ridiculous. There's some mechanisms in there that need some fixing. And again, it's probably too late in terms of like this being any kind of playtest video. But maybe some errata will come from it or whatever. Because something, or maybe it's been clarified in the blind testing and I'm just playing with the wrong rules. I hate looking at electronic rules so much. But yeah, there's something really, really wacky about bouncing back and forth. There's something really especially wacky. I'm more bothered by the fact that this is an occupied country held by the Soviets. They're the ones who just invaded it. Yet, the U.S. threatened to nuke if I went in there again. That is unbelievable. I don't, you could do some hand waving again and be like, their overall aggressions are being shown or whatever. I don't know. Their human rights abuses, something like that. That's not going to cause a nuke threat, though. I was actually interested enough to run upstairs and take a look. Well, to go upstairs, take a look, and finding my results, come down and report on them. For the most part, the rulebook looks the same. I didn't see a whole hell of a lot of advantage. But I looked in particular at this one thing because I feel like this is a terrible, terrible problem. And it is the same. I'm not saying that there aren't some fixes. I would think somebody would raise this issue that it looks like A, you can blitzkrieg as many times as you want. There doesn't seem to be a limit to that. I don't know if that's good or bad. And B, much, much more disturbing to me. You can hit the same countries again. You can hit a country that you've converted to try to get a cube in it. And the occupation marker, even if it's one that you put there, can cause you to create a nuclear standoff or whatever. However you want to look at that. I don't know. All right, more Soviet money. Do we want to keep attacking? No, we can't. We got to pay off our bills. And this is kind of the problem. How much did I gain off of this? I've got to consolidate some of those victories, but getting Turkey back seemed important to me. I've made that kind of a goal somehow. Soviet diplomacy. This is new for me. The Soviet player may place one investment, one spy, and make one influence in any authoritarian countries. Each activity must target a different country. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so I've got one spy. Well, wait, let's go through this. An investment, a spy, and an influence role. Where do I want my spy? What do I not have covered for technology? Japan, South Korea, Saudi Arabia. I got Japan covered, Canada, UK, or Germany, Italy, France, or Australia. I do not have Italy, France, or Australia covered. So I'm going to put my spy in one of them. Let's put it in Italy for a little bit better coverage overall, in case something else is going on. There might be a reason to put it in France, because that gets me collateral to these places. Let's put it in France instead. Okay, so that's one of them. I get an investment and an influence roll. The investment, we got to start getting rid of these. And the influence roll, interesting. Influence roll. I don't know what to influence. I would love to do it here, but I've already chosen not to. How does influence work? Target country, +1, or in your own color, or so fully aligned could give me some neat advantages. But I'm worried about a coup there. So I'm going to go for Yugoslavia, right? Let me see what the modifiers are. Placing into your own color, or if any adjacent is fully aligned with your influences. Yeah, let's make our influence roll on Yugoslavia. We might change its color instead back to communist, which may be even better. So I get a die. I have one investment, and that's it. It's just a +1. It's not perfect, but oh, these have to be authoritarian countries. Come back here. Hold on. These have to be authoritarian countries. What else did I do? I put my spy in a non-authoritarian country too. Fuck. All right. Saudi Arabia. An investment. And an influence roll. Well, the influence roll will go there. We'll do that. +1. We do not get that. Where's my investment going to go? Where am I allowed to put an investment? That's not authoritarian. Damn it. I don't know. I do not know. God damn. Investment. We'll invest in Egypt. That seems worth it. Another card. U.S. money. U.S. money. I don't know what I'm doing. One side of things, U.S. investment, hey, you know, I could try to rebuild the German economy, get some victory points there, or some movement there. But the problem is I have to be, what, like 3 ahead of my opponent to win the game. I'm getting close to the turn where that's possible, but I'm keeping good ties. I don't think I really want to do that. I could play and do an attempt to do influence in Turkey. I'm a little afraid of Turkey. If I do an influence in Turkey, I could place an investment somewhere else, which would be of some value. Yeah, why don't we do that? What I was going to do was going to put some tech into the computers, because I've got that sort of rolling condition. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll an influence check with +2 in Turkey. We want to convert the government, right? That's what we're looking to do. Remove one opposing influence if not present, place a friendly influence. Or if friendly influence is present and replace government type. Yeah. Okay. So we're rolling a single die at +2. We do not succeed. I can't do that again. I've chosen what my action is. It's to place an investment as well, because I was going to drop an investment here. That investment, I can do roll to remove a traitor destruction marker, 2 dice at +2. -2 puts me at 0. And I get a success. That clears all my investments, but it gets rid of this as well. And that gets me 2 of these markers. Best move? I don't know. Spies are running low. Gotta do my spies. Let's start finding them. All right, let's shoot the one in West Germany. Counterintelligence, 2 dice, communist, if there's more than one enemy spy. Nope. Okay. And where else do we have spies? What's on the other side of these? Most of the counters are exactly the same on both sides, which I'm never sure how I feel about double printed counters that have the same thing. I'm going to try to shoot the spy in the United States. That only gives me 1 roll, which also doesn't work. And the Soviets have a lot more spies, so they got to worry more. Spy agencies. Okay, Soviets are first. Perform an action with a spy, even with a used spy, and do not mark it used. And then the US gets to do an equally bad thing. Let's look again at that tech chart. Let's find it. I mean, there is a table of contents. It's not the same as an index, though. And the nice thing about the index is it can give you kind of a one-to-many type relationship of everywhere where something's mentioned or something. And they're not that hard to generate using word processors now. I find them more useful than a table of contents, but what would have been, I don't know, some kind of flow chart of how to interpret, how to find the different things in the roles might have worked. That might be the best you can do, the way these work. What am I looking for? I'm looking for tech theft. So the chart here, US stands alone. So I'm going to do, I can't go shoot up the US, right? Okay. So I'm going to shoot up that German spy, I guess. I could create unrest. I don't know how much value there is to that. Anything else interesting? Yeah, let's shoot up the Germans. Hey, we got them. Now, I think spy, I don't know. Like, I thought everything went back to the force pool when it dies. Nuclear weapons do not, like nuclear weapon systems, strategic weapon systems do not. So they're not just like something you can replace by building more of them, which kind of surprised me. That's how I thought, bulb is getting weird. If you look here, what does it say? If I can find it, counterintelligence. That's not it. Counterintelligence doesn't say anything. So we got to go back to the rules to see what counterintelligence actually does. Okay. Spies, spy actions. Let's keep looking. Counterintelligence. Roll with success. Each success removes, place back in their force pool. Okay, at least it tells me that. Yeah, again, I don't see any reason why, you know, if some bombers were neutralized, destroyed, whatever, you couldn't bring more in, but In a sense, it kind of makes sense because you're canceling them out. But here's the thing. I'm canceling out U.S. bombers and still have some left. I don't know if... Like, I don't know why it makes sense that the fact that we both had parity and now I have more means that I got the 2-point shift on the nuclear balance. But if we had left it there unresolved somehow, like whatever that means, it would have only been a 1-point advantage. What's up with that? You know? But the other thing is, it does kind of make sense because both sides have all those strategic weapons in play. The bunkers cancel them out. The strategic weapons are still there. So I don't know. It's just weird. Where the hell am I? I'm on the U.S., right? Oh, I could have placed an investment. Well, too late. Yeah, that could have been helpful because killing off that, for example. But now U.S. can roll a die on a 4 through 6. Okay, we get nothing. We draw again. Authoritarian unrest. Both sides may place one unrest in an authoritarian country with some effects on the coup. Soviets go first. Is there an authoritarian country I want to blow up? Well, Iraq is closer to trouble than other things, so why not? What about unrest in an authoritarian country? There are questions. That investment kind of cancels it out, so let's go into Cambodia. Okay, so now we have a coup, and we haven't done one in a while. So we look for the coup rules, which are here. Remove any government counter. Okay, if there's no influence present, where did we just go? Iran. There is influence present. And again, I'm taking that as the conditional, not this unless it's occupied, but there's a reason. Roll 2 dice, and I guess there's no modifiers. And a 4 is as high as we can get. We get a 4. Strongman takes power. Remove an opposing influence from Iran. It doesn't cost anything. I'm going to deal with this shit. Replace the current government with an authoritarian government unless it's in an occupied country. Doesn't matter. Set the unrest to 1. Okay. No biggie. Keep going. Soviet money. Well, we got spies we need to fire off. There's one. There's my money. And the one remaining one is here in the U.S. What can I do with the U.S. spy? I could go try to shoot somebody in Japan, but let's see about unrest. It's 2 dice. Yeah. Let's do that. We get nothing. We're close to the end. Last card. Research. Okay. This is turn 3. So each player is going to get 2 research actions. I'll come back after I decide them, then we'll hit the end of turn stuff. I had some interesting things happen. First of all, the Russians invested in the space race, since I've already got my 5-year plan. They invested both in it. That gets them space launch vehicle, not that huge a deal. This is the biggie. Making our way. Do we want first satellite or do we want lunar probe? This is the way to the moon landing and whatnot. The reason I want these is these are hard to keep. This is the same though, +1 progress. What does this mean? 1 unrest, enemy homeland. +1 oh, yeah, we want a satellite. Okay. Yeah, we may want to go this route later. But we want to hit these things where you get die rolls. Not because they're particularly easier, but because This goes first only, and these don't. Yeah, this one's the important one. Okay. Because the US made it up to silicon transistors, and I don't get any bonuses off this research card from what I can tell because of the computers. That creates a tech theft shit, which I have to go in here because it's not in the player chart, and roll to see where that shows up. None. Okay. Well, that was a cheapie then. We have made it through the deck, and now we follow this sequence. Move to the next turn. Now we're in turn 4 somehow. The end of turn sequence is one step. The rest is beginning of turn, I guess. Even up and see if somebody won the game. 2-2. We both drop to 1. Okay. And I lost my page. Soviet roll for their 5-year plan. 1, we have more industry. That's something we can sneak into now. But no biggie. Roll for a trade item. Yeah, right. No trade. Roll for a new tech theft. We get another die roll on that same chart that I had before. That's a 5. That means something. Italy, France, or Australia. Well, Australia is definitely far away. Thought we put a spy in France. Didn't we? Oh no, it had to be an authoritarian nation. Well, we'll put the tech in France. It's the best, I guess. Okay. Leadership change. This is a leader change turn. We have a DRM of +1 on the leader table. We roll a 4. A 4 puts us up to a reformer. I don't know when this goes away. Like, is that somewhere here? Yeah, okay. All right. Now I think we get the reform track. We're not winning the game. There are no nations next to us that are causing us issues. So all we get is the Soviet reform cubes from here, I guess, which looks like it's 2. And that will be a 3rd one here, 2 unrest, and another one here. So we get 2 unrest that I have to dig up. Where did the unrest go? It's next to Ukraine and in the USSR, if I recall correctly. But we gotta look it up if we can find it. The U.S. plays X unrest. Oh, the U.S. does it in the USSR or any communist country. Now it's funny. Something else, the Stalin reforms or whatever. It doesn't say who places them, but it's a red card. So, where do we want to put them? Well, there's a coup if we do these. So I think that's better, more dangerous than putting them in Russia itself. Let problems start developing. Now that fires us directly into the coup sequence. We're here on the reformers. If a reform. Oh, we could have expended spies, but we don't have any. We don't have any available for it. So now we go to the coup sequence, and we have 2 nations that are going into coup. Let's start off with Bulgaria here. There's an influence, so 2 dice. Highest roll is a 3. Country slides into armed conflict. Wow, there's just nothing good. If a country is occupied or has a worth of 2 or more, no effect. it's occupied. Set the country to one unrest. Well, that was a mistake. Okay. And then the other one is not occupied. A 4, strongman. Remove the opposing influence, or if not present, place a friendly influence. There goes a progress. Replace the current government with an authoritarian government unless it's occupied. It's not occupied. Ugh. No, we're not divided in half. This is the same box. Set the country to one unrest, including occupied if present. Well, that's, I guess, worth it. Now we go back to wherever we were in the sequence. Which was after reform, we remove an embargo marker. Someday we maybe get to trade. U.S. presidency. What are the modifiers? No unrest in the U.S. U.S. is not losing the game. We get a 4 and a 5. That's trade and containment. A couple of rerolls. We had the containment last time. We had this was the combination for Truman. Okay. I wonder if Kennedy's going to get himself assassinated. Well, no, that would be this turn. I don't know what you'd get, you know. It's like you wouldn't get the Kennedy doctrines because he would also be dead. I don't know. Okay. Add 1 money to the debt track. Yay. I still can't take out debt without some potential danger, so. Yeah. I mean, just unrest, but. Doesn't seem worth it, and I don't really feel like I need to do so. Once I get far enough over where I'm trading 1 for 1 each turn, I do want to start throwing money cards in. Flip all spies to unused. It's kind of hard to see things when there's so many different types of appearance on the board. I don't know, at least for me. Yeah, didn't use them. I don't know if we would have gotten a chance. That came from... add an unrest for each nuclear weapon within 2 of your homeland if you don't have SLMB. Poor Russia. We really ought to have upped that. How far are we from it? We're pretty damn far. Oh. Unhappy about this. Remove discs on code breaking, none of them. Check intelligence assessment and rerolls, none. Add a tech cube. Apply a tech cube for mainframe computer. Interesting question. What the fuck does that mean? Tech development may not tell us. Okay, I don't see it there. I can't imagine where else it goes. So there's this EOT1 cube. Does this have something to do with these? Does it have something to do with something? We don't know the answer. We're going to have to look in the rules some more. And maybe even go upstairs and see if the modern rules say anything. What will not say anything is the sequence apply. Let's see. But yeah, I'm not convinced that the rules have gotten significantly better. I mean, I just glanced. I'm not combing through them trying to learn the game. But it seems like there's a general feeling to the rolls that is not good. We like that sound, don't we? All right, it's not there, but where it may be is here. See, this describes the technological research chart. It doesn't tell you. I know that there's somewhere where it talks about computers, though. That's what bugs me. And I'm not seeing it. Investment mini actions. Here it is. So this is the only place that talks about computers, right? Not there, right? I don't know. It's somewhere. Technological. If you have a supercomputer, place one cube in the computing box. If there are now two cubes there, place one on the technology research chart and discard the other. If you have silicon transistors, place an extra cube on the technology research chart instead. So this 1-to-1, you'd never use this box. It just immediately generates. 2-to-1, there is a piece that stands here briefly, kind of like the tech thefts do. I think the end of turn gives the US a point of tech, which I can use now. Obviously, improving the naval tech would do me some good. However, ooh, that's nice. Washing machinery. I don't like this. I don't like that one bit, but I also don't like improving the tech because it makes it theftable. If it's theftable, here's what goes wrong. But then the Soviets can get rid of their getting an unrest every turn. So I am not that impressed with that. What would we like to do? Well, it doesn't hurt us to play catch up. That won't cause us any damage at all. So we will start engaging in the space race. What's this end of turn cycle? Where are we? Oh, this is not the rules. It's like the horrible addendum that you need to understand some of the first turn cards. Take the discard pile of cycle cards, add new cards to this deck, and check for new money. And the Soviets can add oil sales. I will have one oil sale card because the price is still $1, but now I don't have to roll for that card. And yeah, that's the end of turn 3. Okay. I gotta do some battery swapping and then load this up.